car parts. Looks like probably midnight shift took this apart, I would assume. This is your draft gear, striker plate, and that is your yoke. I know you can't see it, but it looks like that draft gear is pretty well busted up in there. So, there's the new one, and another yoke they're going to put in. I assume they'll do that on day shift. Today, and this is on the other end of the car. This is a CYMX car, one of our older cars. Same deal. All broke up. So that's the striker plate. It fits in there. So we got a new draft gear. Excuse me, that is a Mark 50 draft gear. You can see that. And it fits up in there, back in there. Then the coupler will slide in there, and that pin, the key that holds it, there's the key. We'll go through that slot. And through these two slots in the yoke. So, that's how we're starting out this morning. So howdy and welcome. Glad to have you with us. Another railroad weekend review. Got a lot of rain this weekend. Rained all day yesterday. Some places like in Morgantown, West Virginia, right below us, got flooded really bad. We got some rain at the house, but we didn't get the flooding. These are huck bolts. If I can do that or not. That's how they go. Okay. All right. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good week. He gets down here, he's going to pull down, let me get on track so I can go out and head out track this morning. Figured after all this rain, probably be a good idea to do a track inspection. Make sure everything's okay, but better to be safe than sorry. And the tamper parts are supposed to be in tomorrow. We'll see. I told you last week about the rotary breaker up to prep plant having problems. The boat, I was told this morning that the boat that's going to ship it over here is still in Italy. The parts supposedly came from, or in Germany, or in transit from Germany to Italy, but that's where that is on the rotary breaker. They are running coal at the prep plant. Again, like I said last week, it's slow, but they are running. Do what you can do with what you got. At least we're not completely shut down, and that's a good thing. Keep moving coal. All right. I got to get on track here and check things out. Well, it's Monday afternoon. I ran track. Everything's in pretty decent shape. Surprisingly, from all the rain we got, but we're going to get a lot more rain this week. They've had this high rail excavator up. He was up here last week. I showed some of that in last week's video, cleaning up all along through there. He got that pretty good. Now he's keep on going further on down. There you go. And he'll be here tomorrow, and gonna get all this over here cleaned up that he cleaned up. He dug out of the middle of the track there last week. How about that? Yeah, I'm going to be getting off track here and heading back to the harbor. Time I get back to the harbor, it'll be about my quitting time for the day. So, all right, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully my tamper parts come in. We'll see. That Tuesday morning here, they're running really slow. That rotary breaker being down is really hurting things. They're typically the mine will produce 1,400 ton an hour from underground, and the prep plant, if it runs pretty good, right around 1,200 ton an hour. Okay, so they can keep up fairly decent, and we can keep up with trains fairly decent when they're running that. But right now, because that rotary breaker being down has cut the tonnage going through the prep plant down to around 450 tons an hour, which is no way we can keep up with the mine with that. So they've got two stackers on the outside. They're running coal onto the stackers to keep underground moving. Again, at 400 ton an hour, it takes a long time to load these trains. So anyway, okay. So anyway, that's where we're at here this morning. We're gonna get this train out of here, and they've got, of course, with the bigger size stuff going through the prep plant, because it can't get broke up in the rotary breaker, that creates problems at the prep plant. So they've got a shortage. Well, they don't have a shortage, but they've got people on other duties keeping the plant moving, running, if that makes sense. So we was going to got the high rail excavator in here this morning, and was going to have a rock truck up here and clean up some more of this coal, but they don't have enough people to run that rock truck, and they are pushing with the dozers on the stackers, and they got a pretty doggone good top pile, and they're shoving up grade pretty good with those dozers, and the dozers are overheating. They're D10s, but so they got, anyway, at least we're moving. We're keeping moving and doing what we can. But we're going to head down here as soon as this train leaves and do some ditching today. So this train is loaded. And he's backing up here. They like the operators get down here and clean up any coal that might have spilled right in front of the locomotive there. So he's backing up to do that. I'll get out and help him do that here. Okay. We got to get that part. And they're having problems getting parts for the tamper. If they're not, yeah. Anyway, that's coal mining, huh? That's railroad. That locomotive's the newest one we got. It's built in May of 1978 for Yankeetown Dock. Most reliable one we have too. It runs better than, performs better than the other two most of the time. And for those of you who don't know, it's a EMD SD 38-2. What's interesting is you see it has dynamic brakes. Behind that's the dynamic brake resistor grids. When this locomotive was built brand new, it did not come from the factory with dynamic brakes. Those dynamic brakes were on it when we bought it. So apparently Yankeetown Dock must have made the upgrade to put the dynamics on it. One thing I wanted to say, you see that hoop up there? A lot of people have asked in the past, what is that? Well, you can see the rungs there. That's how you get up on top of the locomotive. And we're under Mine Safety Health Administration here at the coal mine, and they require a fall protection on ladders over a certain height. I'm not sure what the height is, but that's what that is. It's a fall protection hoop. How about that? I don't know how many thousands and thousands of times I've watched trains pull out of here over the years. And you know what? It never gets old. These MELX cars are holding up really well. So far there's almost no leakage at all out the doors from them. I told you about LIMX in the last video. These cars were previously owned by Chemical Lime Company before Melvin Stone, which is MELX. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We do love to see cars, coal moving. Like to see coal moving more than it is currently, but at least we're moving coal. And they will get the part and they will get everything fixed back up on that rotary breaker. Just don't know when at this point in time. This is curve 9. We were ditching some of the ballast is too high. The water's not draining away real good from the track as it should be. So he's up on curve 8, did a couple 100 feet up there, and now we're down here on the exit spiral on curve 9. Doing the same thing. Too much ballast build up over here. Get rid of some of that. Water will drain away from the track a little bit better than it is currently doing. After we're done this little patch here, then we're going to go down and do some more down there on curve 12 where we left off last week. Anytime you can promote drainage away from the track, it's a good thing. I've been told by some old-time railroaders the 3 most important things on the railroad to learn are drainage, number 1, number 2, drainage, and number 3, more drainage. Ah! Got to get the water away from the track. All right, this is the next spot we're gonna get. This is milepost 1.5. We're on the entry spiral on curve 9. I'm sitting right. We've got a mud spot right through here that we're gonna ditch over here. We're gonna clean this shoulder up over here and throw it over to the left. Now that track up in there, it's in really good shape. There is 0 mud at all up through there, and that track surface holds really nice all the time. So go figure. Anyway, we got spots where we got really good track, and then we have a mud spot or 2 or 3. So we'll get this cleaned up here. The water's not draining away real good here, as you can see. So we're going to clean that up next. And I did want to say they are running trains today. And every time that we have a contractor on rail, not necessarily working, 15 or 20 feet away from the rail, but when he is on rail, for the last 20 years, we've always put a flagman with him. It's a different story if the trains aren't running, but trains are running today, so it's for the contractor's safety that I'm out here as a flagman today. Anyway, I wanted to thank you very much for tuning in and watching. Hope you've enjoyed today's show. We get things done out here. That's for sure. Maybe not always in the time frame I think they should get done, but we do get things done. Of course, I'm the type of person that wants everything done right now. And we're lucky we get as much done as we do with trains running. And you got to run trains. All right. Have a really good day.